Guess what?
What?
We can now afford bright people like those that Wall Street and big businesses have.
So what?
It means good small to mid-size companies like ours could grow to hundreds of millions more easily.
We no longer have to trade our business in order to get a good partner?
Exactly.
The problem is, companies today are getting obscene payouts.
What do you mean?
I want to be paid like Facebook.
Yeah, it's tempting to play the market, but you don't have a star technology company.
My banker says he can get me high valuation right now because the private equity market is hot.
Don't be fooled. Private equity is a predatory system perpetuated by an army of bankers like yours, who take unsuspecting people to make quick profits from their businesses.
Not always. Bain Capital is a private equity firm that has created regular businesses like Staples and made them big.
That's Bain's venture capital arm. Venture capital invests in startups and their big ideas that promise large profits, like 1,000%. The larger part of Bain's business and the only thing available for stable businesses like ours is private equity. The good ones help you manage the business, but the goal is always short-term, to extract the cash out of the business using leverage as soon as the company is capable.
It's all the same. If Facebook gets a $50 billion valuation, $1 billion should be an easy target for me.
You don't understand. Facebook revolutionized social media and has 1 billion users that make it an advertiser's magnet. You have a $30 million medical supplies distribution company.
We grow at 14%.
Yes, your business will snowball if you continue to compound the growth. And you can now access the same smart people to help you accelerate. That is the best way to reach your target and attract a good investor.
But the private equity people have a lot of easy money they don't know what to do with. I can put it to good use.
I wish the last part was true. Most of the money you get is loan that you pay for, but it buys them a big stake in your company in order to control decisions, so they prepare the business for the next bidder.
Or, we're missing the boat. They seem to be making a lot of money out of nothing.
Look, the industry makes money ripping off companies like yours looking for an easy way to massive riches. A good number of the companies get in trouble down the road when the lack of investment in new products and markets become visible. The problem is, these firms access cheap loans to finance deals that they can walk away from, short-selling the business at any time while the company suffers the long-term consequences. Nothing is for free.
What do you mean?
Take the buyout of details. In 1997, Bain bought the company investing $31 million and collected $70 million from stock offering. The company filed for bankruptcy in 2003.
That is not a representative example.
Actually, most deals follow a version of this story. There is no magic to it. The firms are not paid to build anything. And the financing is worse than the housing market because unlike the home buyer, the private equity people are not responsible for the loan. So the incentive is to pay the lowest down payment, pile debt on companies, take what you can and run away before the troubles.
Your example is from the 90s. Have they not fixed this since?
No, nothing changed, so the problem has gotten worse as more people get in the game. There are now more than 5,000 private equity firms mostly doing the same thing to unaware smaller companies and family businesses, often trading companies among themselves. There is even a secondary market to buy what they couldn't sell, and the large firms are frying bigger deals with big fees. It's questionable that most of them make as much money for their limited partners, but that's a subject of another video. By the way, it helps you. My brother did the exact same thing a few years ago and now he's left with very little.
So, your brother had the balls to try?
Yes, but now he watches Oprah in his boxers all day.
That's a shame. I'll be so big Oprah will watch me in her boxers. My banker feels confident that I won't have any of these problems.
That is what I would tell you if you pay me large fees up front. After the honeymoon, you will begin to hate your job as you prepare endless marketing presentations to entice the next bidder, instead of growing your company for real.
I will speak at Davos and have a vacation home in Vienna.
That is a very slim possibility, not worth the big risk.
What's your favorite car?
Listen to yourself. Are you dumb or do you simply not care?
I want to travel the world with my private jet.
Okay, let me try another approach. You have worked hard to build your biggest family asset and a career you love. Are you willing to take any risk, let alone a big chance at throwing it away?
Charity.
Is that a question?
I will give so much money to charity and will change the world serving on their boards.
You are delusional. You won't make much of an impact and you will want to kill yourself.
I will buy a house on every continent.
Didn't you learn anything from the subprime crisis?
Yes, there is always a greater fool.
That is true, except the greater fool will be you. Let's see which part you are not understanding. Isn't it the company that always piles up the debt after private equity deals?
Yes.
Isn't it the company that accumulates new fees that it can't control?
Yes.
Isn't the company used as the 100% collateral for the loan that helps finance these deals?
Yes.
Isn't the company the only party on the hook in cases of default?
Yes.
Isn't it you who will be dragged along to sell your ownership so the private equity people exit as the most profitable?
Yes.
Isn't the company not forced to cut people and investments to pay for new interests and fees even if that sacrifices its long-term value?
Yes.
Isn't the company likely to pay out huge special dividends to give the investors their profits first?
Yes.
Thank you. You should now call your banker and see who will likely be the greater fool. And by the way, pick up the book The Buyout of America for more information instead of relying on bankers who make money by pitching this rubbish idea.